Man, this freaking game mode makes me want to call a hotline.
Hello, suicide prevention. I asked how it's hanging so you don't.
Morning, ladies and laddies. I am finally playing a video game today. Early October was very, very eventful as far as gaming goes. Super Smash Bros. Final Smash Ultimate character is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and it did not leave the internet in flames as I was hoping it would. And on that same day, we had Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl come out, and I'm just fascinated by Powdered Toast Man. It's like, I'm a zoomer. I didn't know this man existed. I knew about Ren and Stimpy, but the guy's got a bread for a face. And then October 8th came around, and we got Metroid Dread, the long-awaited sequel that has the code name Dread, which was originally meant to be a DS title, but stuff got in the way, I guess. And then we got Super Monkey Ball Mania, a very, very hyped game with such characters as Hello Kitty and Persona Cat. I don't play Persona very often. And then we got a re-release of Tetris Effect Connected on the Nintendo Switch. Now, personally, I've been playing Super Monkey Ball Mania because, monkey. And oh baby, I've been having a ball. And now that I have reached a point in the game where I could take a step back and look at some of the other releases, I mean, check out Tetris Effect. I mean, like, there's just so many freaking cool features. Like, you got two people, like, ascending into the astral plane, although it's like, usually in games you got a red guy and an orange guy. That kind of means they're rivals, which I think is kind of against the whole point of enlightenment. I am not sure how enlightenment works. And look at the freaking screens colliding with those guys. Like, that's so cool. It's like one big old Tetris screen. But I'm not talking about Tetris Effect. I'm talking about the Tetris game that's affected me. Tetris Worlds. I bought this game from a local game store sometime like about like 8 months ago or something like that, because my mom really wanted to play a Tetris game. And I was like, okay. So I found this and I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Alright, we're going to take a close look at the front cover of this game. Notice very simple shapes. Maybe playing with some UV texturing, you know, stuff, or a little bits of patterns and stuff. So it's just not all blocks of color. Got a cute little Saturn logo and stuff, and then the back of it, you know, Tetris Worlds. It's got some pictures on there. You got like hours will seem like minutes, and try to surpass your friend or your score, which I suppose something like that could happen. But right now, I'm gonna boot up the game. We got plain Namek here and frickin' like the Stonehenges, but they're frickin' picture frames. And look at this frickin', it's a square with an eyeball in it, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's a frickin' fish. Like, look at me plop onto frickin' land, because evolution and stuff has to exist for all creatures that aren't just humans. Like, not all creatures evolved by frickin' coming out of the water like that. And look at this guy, he doesn't know how to frickin' play Tetris. This frickin' like 2 IQ goldfish. Like, yeah, it just looks solemn and stuff. You don't know how to play this game. That's the worst thing you can do to that. Yeah, go. You're not advanced enough for this freaking advancement in society.
Fellow citizens, we are facing the ultimate crisis of the 50 billion stars
man.
in our galaxy.
The premise of this game,
1 million have planets that could support life as we know it. And Hadar, our sun, has grown old. Now we learn that it will go nova far sooner than expected. As it runs out of hydrogen, Hadar will briefly become the brightest object in our galaxy. We must find a new home. Tetrions have been detected on other planets in our galaxy. Your mission is to open the Tetrions on the other side so that we can evacuate safely before our world is destroyed.
Okay, so the freaking premise of this game is that we're playing Tetris to save the Tetrion kind or something like that because the sun's about to go freaking supernova. But like, I don't want to save these guys. Like, it's fucking gross. Like,
The future of
I'm
Media
really
Time
glad that the
depends
Puyo
on
Puyo
you,
drops
Brain
have
Tetrion.
faces and stuff, and not these. Because Tetris must have known this was a terrible idea, retrospectively, and just opted not to do it. The universe doesn't need these, man. They just don't need them. And checking if I have a memory card. And I just realized I didn't have a freaking controller plugged in. Let's do this. And while I'm setting up this controller, like, the freaking music, it's like, it's definitely building an atmosphere. But like, it's uncomfy. That's really the only thing I have to say for it. It's just like, and I don't think it's even trying to be that uncomfy. I think it's trying to set up some like ethereal, like, freaking landscape or whatever. But it's just like, it feels like it's one of those things where you're about to get hooked up on pixie dust and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm flying in the air very slowly. What's happening to my body? Like, at least the freaking squares are not on the freaking menu right now. There we go. Okay, so we have the story mode and we have the arcade mode. Now, I'm going to go with the story mode first because... it's even worse. It's just one eye. Like, oh my... Ninanuko? I got anyone else to play? Mekomoku? Emeneki? Nukinauna? Muninanomo? Oh my god. And they all have freaking green eyes. I'm gonna check out the freaking options. We got Mino. Okay, we got name. Probably if I cared enough to adjust it. The skin. We can change the color. I'm probably gonna stick with magenta. And like, some of them have textured squares on top and some of them don't. Like, this purple one's just normal. This one has a square. I think this one has like a very gradiented X in it. Like, my goodness. I'm gonna stick with that for the channel color. The eyes, which are literally just two of them. Because, you know, green and blue eyes are the most rare of eye colors. Like, you know, screw brown eyes, screw gray eyes, screw hazel or whatever the frick color that is. I don't know, that's a nut to me. And then we got freaking extras. These things can have freaking hair on them. Like, look at... Like, these are just like 2D planes. They're not even full 3D objects. We got the freaking Chucky right here, and then we got freaking pigtails. And it's just like... The 2D planes just make it look like they have bad receding hairlines. We're just gonna go with the frickin' Chucky and call it good. I'm not even gonna bother changing the name. Alright, so this is our Cube Sona, and we're going to go through the game right now. Which, we have different planets. We're on Deneb. Yeah, it's like an earthy place. We had to frickin' cover this in driftwood. Which, one thing interesting about this game, or I guess not interesting, just outright bad, is that You have to hard drop your pieces, which I generally do by default. Yeah, in the PlayStation 2, PC, and Game Boy Advance versions of this game, pieces only lock into place when they're hard dropped. Otherwise, you could just keep spinning them. Which to many people, that made the game a little bit too easy from the normal Tetris versions. And look at this guy go. Like, the only going I want him to do is away. Single like in the fucking game of tennis. This isn't tennis. But yeah, I'm just kind of done right now. And I'll see what happens next. We saved 2 Minos. Oh my gosh. We're getting cabbages. Freaking sulking off the side of the screen. Yeah, you've... I could change the world right here, which this is where I was, where there's like all these freaking flowers and trees that are very equally branched out, that they're all 4, and they're like, it looks like a spiked club more than anything else. Then we got Mira with like freaking stacky rocks. We got Aludra, which I guess is the water world. Cascade Tetris, whatever that is. And Terras, which looks pretty freaking cool. We got Talitha, which sounds like Rainbow Ethereal Place. We got Unukalai. Yeah. Okay, so I just played Tetris. Now I'm about to play Square Tetris, which I kind of hope that these were square. Like, in the sense that it's a build-up of squares, so are all of these just gonna be freaking like the yellow squares? What am I getting myself into? Because I know what I'm about to get into is not Tetris. Hey, spoiler, so far this is just Tetris. Like, if there's a shakeup, tell me right now, because I just don't see it. I don't know if, like, the developers are just, like, insanely smart, and I just don't get their freaking 200 IQ freaking gameplay. Like, I really hope that for whoever made these, just these cutscenes has a background with bowling alley screens, or just, like, they got into it afterwards, because they're perfect for this either way. Like, I'm just gonna take one of the freaking clips from the scenes, and I'm just gonna add a jug of milk, and it looks perfect. Oh, and just Comic Sans strike font with a shadow effect. Wait, what? That's the square. That's the square. It took me that long to get the freaking square part figured out, and now I have this freaking white... What do I get from this? We're just gonna do this and see what happens. Did I get more points for it? Actually, the better question is, do I care if I got more points for it? But I'm glad that it took me that long, and now I can just rest this game, and I'm done. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they have a square texture. They look like the freaking golems from Dragon Quest, except not good. Let's check out Aludra. What do they have plastered onto the freaking rectangle to make it look like an underwater world? And I forgot what the gimmick was even for this world. It was like Cascade Tetris or something. Let me pause it and find out. I saved 2 of them and I spent 1 minute here. Yeah, Cascade Tetris. Is there an option to like be like, hey, what the fuck is a cascade Tetris? Or no? And so far I haven't found it. I could take a moment to look the freaking guide. So you notice that you got these... Okay, I'm pausing the game. Nothing about these weird square guys here. Nothing about these weird square guys here. You have to open the case and check out the manual, which, you know, assuming in like 2005 or whenever this came out. 2002, okay. You can look in here, but they're not like frickin' square in the center. Like half the time they're like frickin' backwards. Like that, yeah. And number 2, man, I'm player 1. There's no player 2. Why is it number 2? Which I'm trying to find Cascade Tetris. Okay, subsequent lines clear caused by gravity. Gotcha. Okay, so it does mention it in here on this page number 10. And this is why we buy our games complete in box, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, ladies and laddies. Who the fuck am I? I'm an imposter. My personality was drained, and it's just lodged into one of these frickin' squares. Alrighty, let's do some cascading. What? That didn't really do anything. Oh, there we go. And then this will go down. Yeah! I like this one. This is a good mode. I like it. Alright, I get the gist of this one. Oh wait, actually, hold on. There we go. I gotta do this the right way. I gotta play Tetris like a fish. Oh my gosh, there are so many cube people. We got an entire freaking McDonald's crew right there. I realized the number on the back was the rank that I got. Don't look so freaking intimidated there. Jesus, I don't even want to know what's fucking behind that screen. It's best that I don't know anything about these freaking Tetris Worlds. Enteras, Sticky Tetris. Do I want to know what Sticky Tetris is now? Okay, good thing for me it doesn't frickin' list it on here. Let's find out, I guess. It mentions like every single other one. Like, I know there's Fusion. Oh, okay, I see what this is going for. Because I played modes like this on like Tetris DS or whatever, and that was like a really good one. I should probably get that one at some point. Like, I saw it at my local game store, but it didn't like have the case to it. It was just a DS cartridge, and unless I'm buying in a bundle, I don't have enough pride to go for it. Or I guess like that. Yeah, I guess no. It's a quantity of pride that won't let me do a thing. So I guess it's probably too much pride. Wait, but the last mode I played had Cascade. This can't Cascade. I get the idea of this. Oh, wait. Look at this motherfucker jump up and down. Alright, Hotline Tetris. A specially marked row of cells in the matrix. Alright, so far this game makes me want to call a hotline. I'm just in the frickin' void. What? Hold on. What was the frickin' icon for this level? Because I want to say that I saw a frickin' rainbow or something like that, and it put me somewhere in the middle of the cosmos. I'm like, yeah. Okay, we're gonna save this picture right here, and then we're gonna go and start the game. This is false advertisement. So is the goal to, like, have clearings on these lines? I messed that up. You know, I reached the end of that time limit before, but nothing frickin' happened.
8, 7.
Like the frickin' whispering in this game frickin' gets me. Is it like, well, was there like a frickin' nursery by the frickin' recording studio and they couldn't go that loud? And I'm at the end of this frickin'... You know, if this game's timer won't end the game for me, I'll end it myself. Man, this frickin' game mode makes me want to call a hotline. I have one more. The ice level with Fusion Tetris. When one or more atom blocks connect to and become fusion blocks. Atom blocks. Whatever that is. I like the shard of frickin' glass because that does not look like frickin' ice. I took chemistry during college and I frickin' hated it. You know, for Cascade being its own special mode, there's a lot of cascading going around in these not cascading levels. Oh, this is a complication of the frickin' cascading blocks. What the I didn't even know this was going on. I was just so focused on the other side of the screen. I've done enough chemistry. I saved 2 of them. And that's 2 more than I actually wanted to save. Oh no. And another one just grew in its place. What in the hell? Now I'm going to guess that the arcade mode has the same modes as the story mode. It's just we can kind of pick and choose. So, yeah, we're done with that. No more. Arcade mode. Start game, because I would be like, oh no, I'm such a sad boy for doing this by myself, but I don't want to put another person through this. Gosh, I'm just playing Tetris. Wait, okay, hold on. Was there a way to change modes? Yeah, game. Okay, so there's Tetris or Square Tetris, yeah, we've done all of these. Learning Tetris. Oh my... Okay, let's... How does this game teach Tetris? They're all the blue frickin' rectangles! You know, when I'm generally seeing learning, they're generally more like, here's a little step-by-step guide. Although, you know what? Maybe we get a few ranks up, and they'll give us some more shapes to play with. I'm gonna guess squares will be next. But at the same time, I don't want to drop these frickin' blocks until... Wait, okay. Oh, okay, I was right, yeah. Okay, so they do have that. We got this and that. And our goal is to get a certain number of points. And I'm done playing Tetris. Nope. Stop the game! Alright, I am removing this game. And we're done with it now. It's got a shiny blue to it. And it's just going to go back in here. I'm not going to do some dramatic, you know, like 2011 YouTuber where... The game is legitimately continuing. Like, no joke, the disc is right here. And, like... I'm trying to, like... grab my freaking game tablet that has the OBS open for the recording software. Like, here we go. Yeah, it's still moving. I was like, I can't control anything. Like, okay, I'm gonna try and balance this one hand. Nothing's moving, no screen options, no menu options, but like... This should have stopped a while ago! I'm not gonna do some dramatic 2011 YouTuber shtick where I throw the freaking game into the ocean, or just kind of break it. It seems unnecessary. Where it belongs. Actually, if I wanted to stop spraying this game, I would just go to the frickin' video and I would delete it because no one knows about this game. And if anything, I'm informing people about this game. So hold on, let me just... Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are disgusted by this version of Tetris as much as I am, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It is only this way that we'll make sure an abomination like this never, ever happens again. I'm sure I'll do some more stuff with Tetris at some point, like Tetris DS sounds good, Puyo Puyo Tetris also. So, that'll happen at some point, but for now I'll probably just take a break from it.